today's news.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Tammy McCormick. They headed to the polls in Georgia today for early voting. CBS News correspondent Nancy Cordes reports.
Elections officials in Georgia are predicting record-breaking turnout for the first day of early voting in the battleground state.
This is a very important election, and so I think mostly everybody will be out here trying to cast their vote.
A state judge ruled today in a case brought by Republican local election board members that they cannot refuse to certify election results. The judge saying Georgia voters would be silenced. Our Constitution and our election code do not allow for that to happen.
Donald Trump will campaign in Georgia later. Earlier, he was asked if he'd spoken to Russian President Vladimir Putin since leaving office.
Well, I don't comment on that, but I will tell you that if I did, it's a smart thing.
A man running for governor in North Carolina is suing over reports about posts he allegedly made on porn sites. Matt Piper has that.
North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is suing CNN over a report from a month ago linking him to lewd comments on a porn site. CNN said he made explicit racial and sexual posts on a porn website's message board years ago, including calling himself a black Nazi. Robinson calls it all reckless and defamatory, but CNN says it matched details from message boards and online accounts to his own email address and full name.
Survivors and family members of those killed in Maine's deadliest shooting plan to sue the Army. The shooter was a reservist, and the Army, they argue, should have seen the warning signs. Attorney Benjamin Gideon.
We have filed on behalf of each of our individual 100 clients a detailed statement presenting that claim.
The U.S. has warned Israel that arms shipments could be at risk if Israel doesn't do more to improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller.
The Secretary did write, along with Secretary of Defense Austin, to the Defense Minister of Israel, Yoav Gallant, and the Minister for Strategic Affairs, Ron Dermer, on Sunday to make clear our concerns about the levels of humanitarian assistance that have been making it into Gaza.
The UN says no food has crossed into Gaza at all this month. Alexander 10 reports the White House is taking steps to deal with a nationwide shortage of IV fluid.
Weeks after Hurricane Helene wrecked a factory in North Carolina responsible for 60% of America's IV fluid supply, federal health officials say they have invoked the Defense Production Act to bump the factory to the front of the line for a contractor that was needed to help fix the plant.
CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 70 degrees in Alameda, California.